Hey guys, it's July 22nd, 2018. It's a super sunny and warm day here in Seattle. Let's start over here with the garden update. Here we have the raspberry, I think. Could be blackberry, but most likely raspberry. And you can see the tomatoes are still growing a lot. And here is a string of tomato fruits. A lot of them. You can count them if you want. And then here we have a lot more. A few ones that's gonna ripe soon. I've been harvesting quite a few of them. I'll insert a picture after the strawberry section for you. But here's more. Here's more, and here's more. Just all over the plants. Very exciting. Rhubarb, probably need to water it. Not too much to talk about, and you can see I planted a new pot, and that's gonna be wildflowers to attract the bees. The calla lily is doing well. You can see the seed pod is maturing. The seeds are getting a little yellow and getting bigger. The potatoes are pretty much the same, but you can see this one has died back already, so I could probably cut this away pretty soon and harvest some of the potatoes. The hydrangea, you can see I pruned them and I labeled the older cane or branches with the green tapes, so I can keep track of the new ones easier in the future. I also pruned this guy, and this guy is looking good. The pink is very bright. The plant looks healthy. And here's a new strawberry pot I'm planning to plant. And the strawberries, you can see they're producing a lot of strawberries, which is very good because, yeah, I've been harvesting them as well. And I'll show you the picture of the harvest in a little bit. But you can see, yeah, there's a lot of strawberry fruits around and the plants are very healthy. And it's also growing a lot of runners, as you can see right here, which is awesome because I could cut them when they got a little more mature and then plant them in that new strawberry pot. And you can see I labeled those 3 runners because it's a specific varieties I want to keep track of. And here's another runner. This is the first harvest of the season. You can see lots of blueberries, 2 tomatoes, and 1 strawberry. This is the second strawberry I harvest. It's big. And this is the third harvest. You can see a bunch of tomatoes and 2 strawberries. And the plain corpses is going crazy. There's so many of them, so I have used some of them for indoor cut flowers. The blueberry, hopefully it'll recover, but it still looks the same. The catnips, I've pruned them this week, and hopefully this new growth down here will take over with new flowers. And you can see the wildflower here. We have some California poppy, crimson clovers, and lacy phacelia. Yeah, and the blueberries are really nice. You can see lots of them are maturing. The clover is growing a lot. You can see it's growing some of the runners too. And yeah, the blueberry, I could probably harvest a lot today. Can't wait to eat them. Lily of the Valley looks the same. Mulberry, still growing. Lots of axillary growth you can see on the sides. I don't see any flowers yet. So yeah, and you can see the stem has gotten a lot thicker compared to that time when I first got it. I moved the dahlia over here, and I've been cutting as you can see, the plain corpses and the dahlia for indoor cut flower. The left one is actually newer than the right one. I don't know why it's wilting, so I changed the water. Hopefully it will recover. And as you can see, I also moved the asparagus up here, and you can see some new leaf growth on the asparagus, so that's good. And here's the 2 other small asparagus on the sides. Hopefully they can grow more leaves. Rosemary, English ivy, as you can see I cut them because I wanted to plant some for indoor. Succulents are doing well. This little guy is going strong, and this guy over here is flowering and growing. I trimmed the California poppy, and here's the new artichokes. And I'll make a separate video about the strawberry propagation from the runners. The rosemary is looking very healthy actually. And the lavender, I pruned it a little bit, and hopefully the new growth will take over because it's a little messy. Stone pine is looking good. Venus flytrap is flowering. You can see the white flower looks pretty nice. Lily, peonies, and here we have the hydrangea. It's looking very healthy as well. And two artichokes. The last one for outdoor garden is the grape. You can see some of the little things has attached to the structure, so that's a good sign. But yeah, hopefully it will keep growing, and maybe some grapes, I don't know. As for the indoor garden, you can see this prayer plant is really healthy. Lots of growth from this vine over here, and the dragon tree plants are growing a lot too. You can see lots of new leaves from the center. And here we have the lovely orchids. The Venus slipper or lady slipper orchid flower is coming up nicely. I can't wait. And as you can see, we have another one over here. So there's gonna be 2 flowers, which is very exciting because I really like those flowers. And here you can see I planted a new one, the purple plant thing. I move it from water to soil, and the English ivy. You can see I cut the vine and then split it into 2. Another spider plants I planted. And then the snake plants, you can see the new growths are coming up nicely. One in the front, one in the back. And the orchids looks pretty much the same, so not too much to talk about. The ficus tree, you can see lots of new growth once I move it indoor. It's probably because it likes the indoor temperature and light better. And you can see this branch over here, the one I broke, is dead. So I'm just gonna clean it up later. This orchid is doing well. You can see a little new leaf coming up from the base. The succulents, all of them are doing well. You can see that little growth over there, that's from this guy. And yeah, they're all doing well. Staghorn fern, bird nest fern, all looking very healthy. Lots of growth. Move this little guy in here, and this guy is actively growing as well. And for the hanging plants, you can see this prayer plants is still flowering and still sending out lots of new big leaves. Don't see any new growth from the base. And here the Hoya plants, you can see this new leaves is much bigger now, still a little pink. And here we have more new leaves, you can see right there. And then here we have some new growth right there. You can see those 2 little leaves coming out. And these phalaenopsis, you can see the roots growth. It's looking very healthy. I might want to consider cutting off the old flower spike. And the spider plants, lots of new growth. You can see right here, there's a new flower branch. It's gonna flower, and it's gonna produce some of the baby spider plants, like this one. Right here, you can see this branch over here looks very similar to the runner from strawberry. And then this philodendron is looking good. the vines have started to grow outward. And finally, the Staghorn Fern I mounted because it was too dry. I decided to put it in a bag to keep the moisture in, and hopefully it'll recover and look better soon.